We got Commsec, Westpac, Vanguard, Self-Wealth, CMC Markets, etc, etc. There are so many trading apps in Australia, but only one is right for you. And I'm going to figure out exactly which one that is. So that's what we're doing today. I'm going to work out the best stock trading app for your specific situation. And yes, everyone in this video should find the app that will suit them best. So first up, let's look at the four major banks. We got Commsec, Westpac Online Investor, Nabtrade, Anz Share Investing, and I'm going to lump all of them together because they're all super similar and work very, very well. Straight up, before we even look at the costs, these four apps are without a doubt the most reputable and the best user experience of the lot, but you do pay a hefty premium for that service. What you'll notice here is that all four have a very similar pricing structures, and they charge fees between $19.95 and $29.95 for smaller trades and a percentage of around 0.11% for larger trades. And some actually also charge inactivity fees, so that is definitely something to look out for as well. Now, the next category apps are one step below the major banks, and these are three very legit options that I like. The first two are CMC Markets and IG Trading, and you'll notice that both of these apps have similar pricing structures to the big four banks. The small difference here is that the brokerage fees are lower for smaller trades than the banks. And the third option I like is Self-Wealth, which has a flat rate of $9.50 on any trade, no matter how big or how small, which becomes more and more appealing as you make more trades. One thing that's important to note about Self-Wealth, however, is that the app is not great, and the website, while it's better, is still mediocre at best. So let's quickly crunch some numbers. If you're going to make anywhere up to a $20,000 trade, you're paying about $20 to $30 with the banks and about $9.50 with Self-Wealth. And even if you're making a $100,000 trade, let's say, you'd still only pay $110 or $120 with the banks and $9.50 with Self-Wealth. This is future Dan, by the way, editing Dan, and I just wanted to say later in this video, I crunched the numbers on every single scenario I could think of, so stick around for that. Now, the next option to consider is for people like me who want to invest in index funds, and my favorite for that is Vanguard Personal Investor, but not for every situation. And by the way, you can buy index funds on any of the platforms we've already mentioned. Vanguard Personal Investor just has a different pricing structure, which can make a huge difference. So what Vanguard do is they don't charge any brokerage fees. Instead, they charge a 0.2% commission per year on your entire portfolio, up to a maximum of $600 a year. So effectively, you're paying less than $600 a year with Vanguard until your portfolio hits $300,000 invested. And once you hit that point, everything beyond that point is absolutely free because you can only pay a maximum of $600. So with Vanguard, if you were to make a $1,000 trade, it would cost you $0 up front, but would cost $2 a year. A $10,000 trade would be $0 up front, but $20 a year, and a $100,000 trade would be $0 up front and $200 per year. And don't forget, it's 0.2% per year. And as your portfolio grows, you're going to be charged more because you're now paying 0.2% on that growth as well. Something to just remember. But here is where the whole thing changes in a big, big way. If you only plan to make one or two trades, then all the platforms have very simple fees and there's not a great difference between either of them. But when you start to make more and more trades, that's when it starts to make a hell of a difference how much you are paying in costs and fees for those apps. So you know the drill. Let's crunch the numbers. Let's say you want to make regular investments, say $1,000 every month. After a year, you'll have made 12 trades, which will be valued at $12,000. With a major bank, that'll cost you $240 for the year. Self-Wealth will be $114 for the year, and Vanguard will be $24 per year. It's important to note that it's per year while the others are one-off costs. But let's take that one step further and watch how dramatically the formula changes. Let's say you still want to invest $1,000 a month, but you want to buy two different index funds, maybe one to attract the Australian market and one to track the international market. Now we're still investing $12,000 a year, but now we're making 24 trades, 12 for each fund. Now that's going to cost us $480 with the banks, $228 with Self-Wealth, and still $24 per year with Vanguard. And if you plan to keep investing in that same way, let's say for 5 years, with the banks it'll be $2,400, it'll be over $1,100 with Self-Wealth, and only $120 with Vanguard, not including growth. One thing important to note, however, is Vanguard actually doesn't have an app in Australia at the moment. And I've spoken to them, it's something they're working on, but they don't know when that's going to be, and they only offer a website and it's mediocre at best. So to summarize everything we've gone over, each app, each platform have their own pros and cons, and you've got to weigh up what's most important to you. Is it the performance of the app? Is it the quality of the app, the reputation, or is it the cost? If you're only looking to invest once, then any of the apps are absolutely fine, but I would recommend the major four banks because, like we've said many times, they are the best and most reputable platforms. Just hands down the best user experience. But if you're looking to make regular stock investments, I like CMC Markets, IG Trading, but most of all, I like Self-Wealth. I think that offers the best pricing. And if you're looking to make regular index fund investments, then I like Vanguard Personal Investor the most. So please weigh up all the options, figure out what is best for you and your situation. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. It supports this channel more than you can imagine. And I'll see you next time. See ya!